Good morning. Thank you. Somebody heard me. Normally you say good morning back, right? Thank you. Wow. Yeah. Don't just say good morning, then, somebody greets you, you greet back. Okay, so today we're going to be looking at week 3. And we do have our agenda, site plans, property plans. We're going to do both imperial and metric for the exercise. So both imperial and metric. So it's going to be a little bit hectic, but fun. Okay. Project 3 site plan. We'll do that. I know there's a video showing the metric version for AutoCAD, but we're going to bump it up a little bit and use Revit for Project 1 Step 3 site plan. Okay, so some of you used Revit before. Yes, a little. Good. So if you have not done Revit before, I highly recommend that you go to either YouTube University or LinkedIn Learning and try to know at least the first parts of how Revit works. I'll do that, but it's a lot faster on Friday if you already have a background, right? So study those YouTube, Revit beginners or LinkedIn Learning. Okay, so when you're creating a site plan, you normally have property lines. Property lines is what an owner owns, and you normally represent that using short dash, long dash. You normally have contour lines. Contour lines is the slope of the ground or the site, and then you'll have legends and so on and so forth. Okay, parking, drainage. You will show the plan or the roof of your floor plan, okay, or your building. Normally, if you have a sketch or you're sketching it, it will look something like this, where you have the trees, where the trees are, okay, and these are, you can read through this, some of the things that you find in a site plan. When you look at it in a CAD drawing, it should look something like this. Okay. Now, a unit of real estate or immovable property is limited by legal boundaries. That's your property line. And you have setbacks. Setback is a requirement by the building code so that you're not close to the next property. If you are, normally we will have what we call a firewall because you don't want fire to spread. Unfortunately, even with firewalls, some fires can spread, right? So it has to be designed properly. You will have your street, okay, setbacks, and for a contractor to be able to use your site plan, they should know where to start building. That's why you have dimensions. Okay, so from this, you have the setback, and then you have your, how far is the wall going to be. Okay. In AutoCAD, when you add property line, you have to change your units to surveyor's units so that you can issue the distance and then the bearing. So that's what we call a bearing or the angle. The bearing or the angle. Okay. So this is what we're going to be doing for our exercise Imperial. Kindly open your exercise Imperial. And we're going to do just that. Okay. So what we want to do is we want to go and build our property line by going to our A01 contour. You can create a site layer, depends on how you would like to work on this. Okay, A01 contour, type LA for layers or turn on the layer palette. And on that contour, you want to change this. Remember, this is Imperial. You want to change the line type to center. If it's not loaded, you want to load the center. Again, ACAD, ISO are used for metric. You go down, you'll find their center. You load that. Once loaded, you can then select that and then say load or okay. And you should have center as your line type. Double click on it to make it current. Next, you want to change the units. As I said earlier, our unit should be surveyor's units. Select this. So you have the option to see. You have the option to see seconds. So that's degrees, minutes, seconds. Okay. Take a photo of that. That will be your property line. Yeah. The what? Layer properties. Sorry. Click OK. I'm in a command. Sorry. Yeah. So red. Oh, you might need to press window left arrow. It's maybe blocked in the second or in the right screen. No? Yeah. Bring it to your left screen. Okay, so units set, layers set, line type set, color set. We're ready to make our property line. And if you go download week 3 presentation, you'll actually see there the values, the coordinates. Okay, so we start from here. Line 1 is 80 feet. Okay, so we're going to do that. You start the line command. L is the shortcut key for line. Click. That's your first point. And then you say at. Sorry. Wrong at. Line. Click. And you say at. Sorry. Line. Click. You say at. What does at stand for? It like an email address. So before email address, AutoCAD had been using at. What does it stand for? Good guess. Perfect. Yes. See, there's the 0, 0, absolute 0, 0. That's the like the North Pole. It's somewhere, right? It uses the Cartesian coordinate system. There's that absolute 0, 0 that we don't know where. Well, we actually know where it is. It's right there, where this XY is. That's the 0, 0. Okay, but it's not moving. When you say at, the point you click is regarded by AutoCAD as x0, y0. That's what at does. Okay? So at 80 feet. Okay? At 80 feet. And then the less than symbol. What's the less than symbol do? So at makes that point you click x0, y0. The less than symbol, what does that do? Another guess. Yes, it goes to the direction. So distance, direction. It separates distance from direction. Right now, you can hit the tab key, but I'm used to it, and we prefer at. Less than. Okay. See, it goes to the angle. Okay, instead of XY. So angle. The angle here is north 49 degrees. North 49D. D is the separator. So instead of putting the degree symbol, which it's hard, it will be an ASCII code. You just place D. Okay? 49D 30 apostrophe or minutes. Okay? And the direction is W. Now, what does N north W do? Like if this is north pointing upward and it says 49 degrees 30 minutes W. Is it going this way, to the right, or to the left? To the left. Right. Not left. Right. Okay? Going to the left. So, click OK, and it should go to the left. That's north. It's simply saying from north, go 49 degrees at a distance of 80 feet. Okay? Question? Good. Okay, then from here, we go at 50 feet. At 50 feet, less than symbol, north 40D, north 40D, 30 apostrophe or minutes, and this time it's going E. Enter. Okay? And then from there, at 40 feet 11 inches, at 40 feet 11, not inches. It's inches. Inches, less than symbol, south 76 degrees, south 76 degrees, 3 feet 54 inches, 3 feet 54 inches. No, it's actually 3 minutes, 54 seconds. Sorry. East. E. Enter. Okay. And from there, you stop. You want to begin here, going to this direction. So you stop, hit enter to end the line command, enter again to restart the last command, which was line. And then you start here. Okay, at 41 feet, at 41 feet, 5.5 inches, 5-1/2 inches, less than symbol, north 40 degrees, 30 minutes, east. Okay, hit enter. I need not do this because from here I can draw this arc. Okay, to draw that arc, I start the arc command. A is the shortcut key. Arcs go counterclockwise, so this will be my start point. And then I know this will be the end point, so I'm going to type E to tell AutoCAD to go to the end point of the arc. End point. And then I know the radius. The radius is 30 feet. So I type 30 feet, enter. Oops, what happened? Something went wrong. Again, arc, end, start, and then I click, I have to click end. I think I did not click end. So end, and then 30 feet. Now I'm not doing it correctly. Start, end. Let's try that again. Is it 30 feet? Yeah, it is 30 feet. Start perpendicular. No. Radius. Sorry. I'm not saying radius. That's what I'm not doing. Radius 30 feet. There you go. Again. Too early for me. Okay. So arc A, start. So here it says start. Okay. Now it's saying second point. I did not click end. It's saying, what's your second point? That's not my second point. That's why my arc went that way. I should say end. So that's the end. And then I just type 30 when it's asking for specify center point. I should say radius first and then type 30 feet. Okay? You want me to repeat that? Sorry for my error. I'm not awake yet. Okay. When you are creating your property line, you are using bearings. And the bearings are based on the north arrow pointing upward. Okay? But when you are going to use it, you want it to be aligned to your building. You don't want to draw this way. Okay? You don't want to draw this way. You want it aligned to your building. So what you want to do is, number one, you want to define this as your north. Okay? This is your north. So that when I rotate this, it will show where my true north is. So this is my true north. Now, true north is pointing upward, right? So true north is pointing upward. That's the true north. Okay? True north. Now, but when you rotate it and we have your property line aligned to or oriented with your orientation of your building, that is what we call the project north. Okay? So, first, you need to place your true north, okay? And then, you want to rotate the building. I think I made a mistake here. And then you want to rotate your building. So, this is your true north, or sorry, your property line. So, this is your true north. I'm just going to make a copy of this. Okay? I'm going to place it somewhere here. So this is your true north. When we created this, north is pointing upwards. Okay? True north. But I want to reorient this so that it aligns to the building. So what I'm going to do is I'm simply going to rotate this. Okay? Rotate this. Rotate it from this base point. It's asking for the base point. Okay? That's my pivot point or base point. Now, I don't know how to rotate it so much so that it will be aligned to the building. Okay? I don't know what angle so that it will be exactly aligned to the building. I do have the option here. Very powerful. Kindly look. This is beautiful. Reference. Okay? Reference is allowing you to click on 2 points on the line, and that serves as the reference. And because we have that, we can now rotate this and snap to the 0 angle and rotate it aligned to the building. Okay? So that's how I did that. Move M, previous. Previous is the previous selection, or P. I'll just move it somewhere here. So this is the true north. This is now what we call the project north. Okay? True north, project north. Because when you are working on your project, you want this to be pointing, or you want your building to be aligned with the same orientation as your building. Okay? Now this is aligned. So this is your true north. Sorry, I made a mistake here. Not thinking yesterday. Okay, so true north. Project north. So I'm going to make a copy of this. No, yes, not this. The building. I'm going to make a copy of the building. So all of this, make a copy of that. And just a second. Copy. You don't have to make a copy because you do have a copy, right? I'm just going to make a copy so that you can see that I now have the building and then I have my property. I have my building and I have my property. Okay? Okay. So the setback, the buildable area for this exercise is 5 feet from the road. Let's just say this is the road. Okay, so offset by 5 feet. So you cannot build within this area. Okay, and likewise, the setback from this property line is 10 feet. Okay, now I want to maximize my building so that I have a big ground at the back. So I'm going to place my building, move. I'm going to place this right on the setback. So I'm going to first set it on the front. Okay, so I'll move and place this as my base point. Okay, and then I'm going to place it on the property right at the setback. Okay, right on the setback. Okay, and then I'm going to do my second move, M, move. Okay, previous, P, previous selection, and then I'm going to move from this here, this point here, to my perpendicular. Okay, perpendicular, P, E, R, enter, perpendicular to the 10 feet setback. So it's now right on the minimum setback requirement so that I have a big backyard. Okay. Okay. So this is my project north, and I can create a line right here showing my true north. Okay. Now you can go to your first in architecture, if you remember this, and look for north arrows. Okay, north arrows. Do we have any north arrow? Nope. Yes, here, site. Okay, so you can click that, and yep, so there are site symbols here, and let's see, can we click this? They want us to pay. How about this one here? Yep, that's for pay. ArchiCAD. So let's search for free blocks, AutoCAD, north arrow. Okay. Let's look at cadblock.com. Here we go. So CAD symbol, DW file, view for PC free. Yep. Let's see. Where do we download? Up. Download CAD block. There it is. Download. There it is. Okay. And then use it as a collection. So you don't have to do it again and again. Go to your folder, paste it there, create a folder for symbols, or for what you are using, and then choose one. Maybe this one here. Control C, and then go back to your exercise. Control V. That's too small, but we can scale it up. Scale this by, let's say I want it 3 times bigger. So 3x. Nope, doesn't want that. Scale this. Okay, by, I'll just eyeball it. Maybe this much. Okay. And change this to my layer. Okay. Okay, so this is my north arrow for my project north. Okay. So this will be my project north. And then I'm going to make a copy of this from here to here. Okay. And then I'm going to rotate this. Rotate, base point, and then reference. This is my reference. And I'm going to rotate it this way. And that will be my true north. Okay. Okay. So project north, true north. So if you see this project north, true north in working drawings, that's what it is. Project north is when your property line is aligned to the building. True north is the north orientation when you created the property line. Okay. Pause, continue. Pause, continue. Pause, continue. Pause. Okay. Question. Yep. What's that? What? That's what we created. The setback is 5 and 10. And then you can follow the proper the values here. Okay. Surveyor unit. Okay. Not the exercise first, the one above. No, this one.
It only has like one side.
Why not the combination?
You don't want all of it. Basically, what you say is make it edge of this, this. So at this point,
What's that? Polar? First you have to set this to surveyor units. UN, surveyor. Yes. Hello. Yeah. Yes, and tell the tutor that we are here now on the week 3. Yes. There's a project and exercise. So there are 2 components. Okay. Project. So this is the exercise, and then the project is in metric. Okay. So there are 2 buildings that we are creating. Now we're creating the property line for the project, for this one, that is exercise, and the metric version. Yeah. Yeah. So
So this is the distance. Yeah, why not? No, yeah, you have to make it.
Okay, yeah, no, got it.
I know she was like, oh yeah. Cars past
Yep.
How do you type it in with the circle?
Okay. Let me for those who came in late, I hope you will try to. I know there are things happen, right? So it's understandable. So try to come early, but let me repeat this, okay? Let me repeat the setup so you won't have any issues moving forward. Okay, so first, you want to set the layer. Okay, for those who are just starting, you want to set the layer, number one. Number two, you want to, so select A01 contour. Next, you want to set the line type. Line type should be center. Okay, now if you don't have center, you load it. You don't use the ACAD ISO long dash, short dash. That's for metric. Okay, you go to center and you click OK. I have loaded that already, so I'll just cancel here. You select it and you say OK so that you have center. Okay, from here, you double click on the contour layer to make it current. Okay, and then you can now start the line command. You go to your week 3 presentation, download it. Okay. Now, you need to go to the surveyor units. UN is the shortcut key for units. Okay. You select surveyor units and select this precision. So you have minutes and seconds. Degrees, minutes, seconds. Okay. Click OK. And then you start the line command. L. So here we start from the bottom. That's line number 1. The value is 80 feet, north 49D, 30 minutes, W. Okay, so you start here. You say at makes the peak point your 0, x0, y0. Okay, at 80 feet. Okay, at 80 feet, that's line number 1, north 49 degrees. So you say less than symbol, that brings you to the bearing or the angle. Okay, so north 49 degrees, north 49D, 30 minutes, 30 minutes, W, enter. Okay, that's the first line. And then you go to the second line, at 50 feet. So you say at 50 feet, less than symbol, north 40 degrees, north 40 degrees, 30 minutes, east. Okay, east. Enter. Okay, and then you go at 40 feet, 11 inches, at 40 feet, 11 inches, less than symbol, south 76 degrees, south 76D, 3 feet, 54 inches, 3 feet, 54 inches, E. E. Okay, enter. From there, you stop the line command, enter. You restart the line command, enter. And you want to start here for your line 4. So you start here. Line 4 is at 41 feet, 5.5 inches. So at 41 feet, 5-1/2 inches. Less than symbol, north 40 degrees and 40D, 30 minutes, east. Enter. Okay? Enter to end the line command. Good? Okay. Now from here, there's an arc. You need not do this. You can say arc A is a shortcut key for arcs, space bar. So the arc goes counterclockwise. So this is our start point. Okay. Now you need to click on end or type E for end. So end, that's your end point. So we know that's the end point. And then you need to, which I forgot earlier, select radius. Otherwise, it's looking for the center point. So we want the radius instead. Okay? So the radius is 30 feet. Enter. Okay? That's your property line. Now, you download this, search for free block AutoCAD North Arrow. Search for that. We have here North Arrow AutoCAD block free down. Okay. Download that block. Open that block. Okay. Select one. Control C. Control V. Okay. Move it to your layer. And scale it. SC. Okay. So this is your North Arrow. Okay. Next, once you have done that, I'm just going to copy this. You don't need to do this. Okay. Next, you want, when you're drawing, you want your drawing to be, or your property to be aligned to your building, oriented together or along your building, aligned to your building. So we're going to rotate this. I'm just going to make a copy. So make a copy of this. And that's the one we're going to rotate. Okay? So that you have a copy of your property oriented along the North Arrow. Okay? Now we're going to rotate this. And to rotate this, you type RO. Select the objects you want to rotate, including the North Arrow. Okay, enter. This is our base point. Okay, click. Now, I do not know the angle to make it exactly at 0 degrees. I do not know the angle. But there's this beautiful option, reference. The reference is the angle that you want to be aligned to the property. So you click here. That's your first point of reference. That defines the slope. And then you can easily rotate this, snap to the 0 angle. Okay? Now, this is your true north when it was still pointing upward. So that's true north. Okay? Let's move this. Move this. Somewhere here. Okay. And then you can, let's say, draw a line upward. So that's what we call the direction of the project north. So I'm not using this line because it might be at an angle. Okay. So I'm going to copy this. Okay. Copy it at the end point. And I'm going to make a project north. So there's a project north and the true north. So I'm going to make a project north by rotating this. RO is the shortcut key. So I'm going to rotate this. This is the base point. And like what I did earlier, select reference. Select this as my reference. And then orient it so it's pointing upward. Okay. I don't need this anymore. So that's my project north. And this is my true north orientation. Okay. Next, we're going to place our building on the property. You normally have a setback. limitation. Setback is the area that the building code tells us that you cannot build. You cannot build here in the setback area. So the limitation of where you can build to protect your property from fire, to create some nice distance, okay? So the setback in this scenario is 5 feet from the road. So offset by 5 feet. Okay? And then from this side, 10 feet. So offset that by 10 feet. Okay? So that's the limitation. Okay? So I can now move my building, move this base point, shift right click. Let's see. There might be an option here, apparent intersection. Okay? So I'm going to click here. Nope, didn't do that. Move. See, I did that 2 steps earlier. I think there's a temporary track, apparent intersect. Nope. Okay. Let's just do the 2-step method for now. Okay. So I'll start here and place my building on the first setback. Okay. And then move again the previous selection and move from here to the left setback. And that's where we ended. Okay. So notice if you're late, there's so much you are missing. Okay? Again, it's understandable, especially with this type of weather. That's why I repeated that, but try to come early. Okay. Any question? We're good? Okay, so from here, we want to create a layout. Okay? So create a layout, because before we add dimensions and before we add text, we need to know the scale. So from your layout tab, right? I've changed this already, but from your layout tab, right click. We want to use the same paper. So we're going to move and create a copy. Okay? Move and create a copy. And name this copy site. All caps, site. It already exists. I'm going to say site 2. Okay. And then you want to, so initially you were showing this, right? So we want to delete this viewport and extend that. Okay. And we want to know the scale. Again, before you add your annotation, remember the rules. Okay, the scale is, if I say 1/4 is to 1, it will not fit. So I need to go to a smaller scale, maybe 1/8 is to 1. And I think that might do. Okay. I might need to extend this further. Okay. So I'll use scale 1/8 is to 1. Okay. 1/8 is to 1. Okay. In my case, I need to go here. Okay. Or the other one. Okay. Here. Scale 1/8 is to 1. It's actually nice to lock this So you do not change the value of the scale. Okay, so you can lock that. Once you are when you are here, you can lock that. Okay, so that you do not accidentally zoom in or out and change the scale. So locking is good, but you can still go in and say move this closer. But if you zoom in, everything zooms in and out. Okay, you're not changing the placement of your building anymore. Now that I know my scale is 1/8:1, I can now type my text. ST is the shortcut key. Okay, so change this to maybe large. Set current, close. Okay, so 1/8:1. Change this to 1/8:1. And then type your notation here. This will be your all caps, Project North. Okay. I think large is too big. So you can select this and change it here. So from large to maybe medium. Okay. Medium. Sheridan medium. Click outside. So that's your Project North. Place it in the middle.
You are currently the only person in this conference.
Okay. Copy that. And this is what we call the true north. Project North, true north. Okay. So use medium. I think medium is fine. Project North, true north. Okay. Next, we're going to, of course, we cannot show the floor plan and the dimensions here. We need to show the roof. So to create the roof, I'm going to create a rectangle from this intersection to that intersection. Okay. And I'm just going to override this, make it hidden. If you do not have the hidden line type, you can click on Other, Load, Hidden. Okay, so there are different line types here. Okay, fence, you'll use that later. Fence square, you'll use that later. Okay, but we want the hidden line. Okay, hidden, click OK, and OK, and change this to hidden. Sorry, select this and change that to hidden. So we're just overriding that. That will be the building footprint. Okay, building footprint. We need to change that here as well. So create a line while we are in hidden. So I'm going to create a line here. Trace this. That will be the building footprint. Okay. So trace that. And then trace this. Okay. Now, from here, we've traced that line. From here, we're going to go to our layer command. LA is the shortcut for that. And we're going to freeze our, in this viewport only. Okay. So we're going to freeze, go to the viewport. Okay. Go inside. And then type LA, and we're going to BP freeze. BP freeze means you're going to freeze in the viewport, not in other viewports, your dimension. So we're going to freeze our A01 dim, A01 door, A01 wall, A01 furniture, okay? And what it does is it's going to freeze those in this layer. So window, I forgot the window, A01 win. Okay? So we're showing the building footprint. It's not off here. We didn't turn it off. You can still see that here in the other viewports. Okay? So here, you might want to turn off BP freeze A01 contour. Right? And this one will be at scale 1/4:1. Okay? And here, you're showing the building footprint only. Okay? So that's BP freeze, BP viewport freeze. So you don't want to turn it on or off because it will be turned on and off globally. You only want to BP or viewport freeze those layers. Okay? And then from here, we want to offset this hidden line by the offset of your or overhang, distance of your overhang. So I'm just going to say offset by 1 foot. Okay, there you go. Offset by 1 foot. And then I'm going to change this to continuous line. Okay, or bilayer. No, bilayer is short dash or center. So it should be continuous. So this is now my overhang or roof line. I'm going to create a line here at the 45-degree angle. I'm going to make that continuous as well. Okay, so make sure the polar increment is, okay, we need to change this to back to decimal and angle. Okay, so units, change this back first to decimal degrees. UN, decimal degrees, click OK. And then we can change, we can type or create the 45-degree angle for a hip roof. It snaps to the 45-degree angle. I'm just going to create a line here. Okay. And then I'm going to create another one here at 45 degrees and trim, TR, trim the excess. Okay. Then I'm going to mirror, MI, mirror these two lines from the middle, from the midpoint. Create a straight line and then click enter. And then add a line from that intersection to that intersection. Okay. So that it should look something like this. There's the building footprint and then the roof line. I may now delete the hidden line. No, I cannot delete that hidden line. Sorry. I need to trim, TR, trim that line. Okay. So I'm going to trim that line. 1, trim this line. 2, trim it here. 3, Trim it here. 4, 5. I don't need that center line as well. So I'm just going to say trim. But actually, I need to delete that. Okay? I need to delete this. So that I'm only showing the building footprint as well as the roof line. And then for the roof, you sometimes need to show or create an arrow to show the slope. Okay? Where does your water, where will water or snow flow? It will flow down this way. Okay? So I can mirror that from midpoint. Okay? And then I can also copy this here and rotate it. Okay? And mirror that as well. Okay? So there are other notations that you want to place here, but we're going to end there for this exercise. Okay, we're going to end there for this exercise because we want to continue, and this is part of the exercise. We want to do the metric version. So we're going to repeat learning property line notation, property line creation, but now in metric. Kindly stop this for now because what I'm going to be doing in metric will be very similar to what we did in imperial. The only difference that it's now metric. Okay, so save this first. Okay, and then kindly open your metric project. Okay, kindly open your project, your metric project, and we're going to do the same thing. Okay, so kindly open your metric project, and we're going to be doing the property line. Okay, we're going to be doing the property line. It's also in week 3 presentation. Okay. Okay, so from here, we want to do the same thing. Number 1, we want to go to the contour layer. Make that current. Number 2, LA layer. Change the line type not to center, but to ACAD ISO 8W100. That's the long dash, short dash. You can load that and look for long dash, short dash. Again, whatever you're doing in imperial, it will be very similar to the metric. Okay, click OK. So I don't need to reload that, and then make that current. Double click on it, make that layer current. Okay, units, UN. Make sure you're using the surveyor's unit. Precision, make sure you're using the one that shows seconds. And click OK. Now we're ready to start the property line. So from here, you try to investigate. This one says north going east. Well, that's actually north going east from here, right? north going east from here. Okay? So, and this one is north going west. So we're going to start here with these two lines. Okay? I'm going to start here, 30398. So line from anywhere. So click and then at 30398. Okay, 30398 north, 82 degrees. So less than symbol north, 82 degrees, 34 minutes, 80, what's that? 82 degrees, 34 minutes, 29 seconds. East. Enter. Okay? And then you say 18567 at 18567 less than symbol north 5 degrees, north 5 degrees, 19 minutes 39 seconds, 19 minutes 39 seconds, west. Enter. So we end there for the arc. Enter to stop the line command. Enter again to restart the line command. This time we'll start here. Okay. And this is 15097. So at 15907 less than symbol north 48 degrees. 50 minutes, 9 seconds. 50 minutes, 9 seconds. West, W. Enter. And then you go 18604 at 18604 north. 604 less than symbol N north 5 degrees 9 minutes 5D 9 apostrophe 37 seconds east 37 seconds east. Enter. Okay. From here, we go 29684 at 29684 south 87 degrees less than symbol south 87D 47 minutes 23 seconds 47 minutes 23 seconds west. Now notice it went the other way. Well, if you look at the drawing, this is actually north going east, not south going west. Unless we start here, then that's south going west. So, knowing trigonometry, I can simply escape, undo this, okay? And redo, not undo. I'm going to say redo, okay? And I'm just going to erase that line, okay? So, knowing trigonometry, I'm going to start here and instead type 29684 at 29864 less than symbol. Sorry, 29684. Tab 29684. Okay. Tab brings you back to the distance. Okay. Less than symbol. South, or not south, north. Okay. So I'm going to go north. North 87 degrees, 87D, 47 minutes, 23 seconds east instead of west. Oops, I made a mistake. I think I went tab again. Escape. So that's 29684, 29, 29684 less than symbol north 87D 47 minutes 23 seconds east. Enter. Kindly listen. I changed that because I'm the CAD manager. Okay? I know to change it. But when you are in an office and you encounter that error, do not just change it. Report it to the manager. And the manager should go to the surveyor to verify. Do not just change the way I did it. I'm the CAD manager. I changed it. I know the error. Okay? But when you're in an office, remember, these are working documents. Millions are at stake. Okay? So you cannot just change the property line. Okay? Yep. Instead of south, I said north. Instead of west, I said east. Okay? Okay. Now, this one is, the radius is 7909. 7909. So I'm going to create an arc. Start point is here. Arc go counterclockwise. So start point. And then I have to say end. Okay, I made a mistake earlier. I just clicked this. I have to say end. That's my end point. And then it's asking for the center. I need to click on radius or R. Okay, and then I can type 7909. Okay. Offset by 3,000. 3,000. 1, 2, 3. 3,000. So offset by 3,000. Offset here. Offset there. I think here. Offset here. 3,000. And then 6,000 on this side. Okay. Enter to end the offset command. Enter to restart the offset command so that I can change the value to 6,000. Okay. And then fillet F. Fillet around F. Spacebar to repeat the fillet command. Okay. And this should be in hidden line. Okay. So change this to hidden. Now, Don't use hidden. This is metric. Okay? So, load the dash line for metric. Okay? So, load ISO dash. Click OK. Select ISO dash. And click OK. So, this should be ISO dash. Okay? Sorry. Select this and change that to ISO dash. It still belongs to the same layer. It's just that the line type is now dash line. Okay. Now we're going to add this. This is the utility easement. You cannot build here. Otherwise, you're going to hit the utility line. Okay. So 770, I'm going to create a line. Okay, it should be perpendicular, I think, yep, perpendicular to this line. Should be perpendicular to that line. So I'm going to create a line starting here. Okay, so this is a technique. To make it perpendicular to this line, I'm going to type PER, enter, and that's a perpendicular line. Okay, that's 90 degrees. And then I'm going to move this to the end so that I can offset that by 3770. 3770. See, it has to be perpendicular. So otherwise it will not be 3770. I think I can click because the angle is already locked. So let me just type 40,000 here. That's much better. 40,000 and then less than. And then I type south 25 degrees 2 minutes 41 seconds. I don't have the less than symbol again. This is giving me, okay, again, 40,000. Okay, less than symbol, south, 25 degrees, 2 minutes, 41 seconds, east. Okay. There you go. So now we want to align your building to this property line. Okay? So we do the same thing. You go to your north arrow, select a north. Okay? Control C. Go back and paste your north arrow. Now, this one is imperial, I think. That's why it's really small. So I'm going to scale this so that it is visible, something like that. Okay. And change this to the layer. Okay. So that's the true north. True north. So you want to make sure you know the true north orientation or direction. Okay. And then I'm going to copy this just in case I need it later. Copy that. And I'm going to, in your class, I'm going to make this the orientation for your building. Okay. So that will be the orientation for your building. It should be aligned to this. Okay. So I'm going to rotate this. Okay. Base point. This will be the base point. Okay. Now, again, I don't know the orientation or the angle to make this align to the 0 degrees, I'll use reference. This will be my reference, and now I can snap that to the 0 degrees. Okay? Okay? So it's now aligned to this. Okay? And your building will be aligned to this. So it will be different from this orientation. Okay? So you now have this. I'll just copy. You can move either your property line or your building. In this case, let me make a copy of this. You don't have to do that. And I'm going to simply erase this. Okay. Now, this one, I would like to, so let me move this aside. And I'm going to place this here. Okay. Move. So this is the buildable area. I'm just going to, for your class, move previews, okay, from this corner to that corner, okay. So that's the buildable area. This, you cannot build on this front, okay, of your building. So I want you to place your building there, and you're going to be adding the driveway. So you need to design the driveway. You want to place your some trees as well. So I think you can find the trees here. Okay. So just look for trees. Okay, free. Okay. So you don't need to put trees on the Imperial, but if you want to, you can download the Imperial units. I'll just use metric, download that, Control X, paste it in my folder, double click on it, Control C, copy it, go back, paste it here. Okay, and then maybe I'd like to use this tree right here, Control C, and maybe put some trees here, a big one, okay? Place that under your contour layer as well. So you can add trees. The driveway, I want you to design this with a driveway of 6 meter width. Okay, make this 6 meter, and it's up to you to add the parking. Okay, so design that. Okay, add the dimension. Again, before you add the dimension, you need to make sure you know the layout. Okay, so copy this. Create a copy. Okay, so you're going to place that here. So change that to site. What scale can you print this? So you need to know before you add your dimension. Can I fit this at scale 1 to 100? Not really. Okay, maybe I need to do 1 to 150. But I don't have 1 to 150 here. So I need to create one. So custom add 1 to 150 is the name. This is just the name. You have to change the drawing units to 150. Okay, so this is the name and this is the drawing units. Okay, click OK. So you now have a 1 to 150. You can create a 1 to 75, 1 to 200 by simply clicking add. You click OK. And then you can change that to 1 to 150. Okay? Now, several things you need to do. You cannot show the building line. Okay? You cannot show the building line. So, I need to create a line going around for the building footprint. So, this is a dash line, right? So, I'm going to go create my line going around, showing the dash line. Okay, I should have made this polyline. Polyline will be better so that oh sorry, I don't need an overhang for this one. It will just use a parapet wall. Okay, and then go back here, close. Now that I have that, I can go back to my site and BP layer, turn off the dimension, turn off the door, turn off the furniture, turn off the wall. I think that's it. A grid, turn off the grid. I don't need the grid, so do we have a grid layer? There it is. Turn off the grid. Turn off the column. I think I placed that under column. I thought that, let me just check what layer this guys belong to. That's in the, hatch wall. Okay, hatch wall. Okay, turn off the hatch wall. This one here. Okay, turn that off. What else? Where did this go? A01 text. So turn off A01 text. Okay. And this line I can delete. I don't need that. Okay. And what is this? Window. A01 win. Turn off A01 win. Again, BP freeze. Okay. Use BP freeze. Okay. That will be my building footprint. Now you can, what scale is this? Scale 1 to 3. There you go. And then you can add Beverly, what's that? Beverly Street, Main Street. Those are the texts at scale 1 to 50. Actually, I can maybe, sorry, I should have deleted this here and I will have more room. So, let's see. Maybe 1 to 100 will fit. Let's check. 1 to 100. Okay, I think 1 to 100 is better. 1 to 100. So you can now add your text at scale 1 to 100. Okay? And then you can add your, this will be your true north. We didn't do a project north yet. Okay? So style. So medium, I think, was good. So set current, text, true north. Okay. Okay. And this is now the project north. So I'm going to just create a line here, straight up, and copy this. Can copy that from here to there. Okay. And rotate this using this as my base point, and then reference. This was my reference, and rotate. So it's pointing up. And this will be my project north. Okay. Center that. Okay. Project north through north. I might want to lock this so it doesn't change anymore. I can delete this, or maybe not. So when I add my dimension, I can still add the dimension there. Okay. Utility line. Okay. So change this to other load. Do I have a utility line for ACAD ISO? Unfortunately, I do not have one. So I might need to use this one, fence square. Click OK. Click OK. Fence square. So use that, and then create a line here. Oops. And I think it goes to the property line, but for you, I'm just going to go over. Oops. Somewhere here. And there. Okay. Okay. Add trees, add the notation, add the dimension, and some design for the parking. Okay.